What's going on, guys? What's going on? Another beautiful Friday. This will be a lovely day to be on vacation or be somewhere overseas. I tell you, I got to get my passport soon. It's a beautiful Friday. Hope everybody's all right. I want to talk to you guys real quick about the culture. And the culture, I want to talk about this rap music. I used like I've stated before, I used to love listening to rap music growing up. I used to love watching rap videos, BET videos. But what I don't like as of now, since I'm grown, my perspective on things is different. Like, I don't like the culture, you know, and the culture is negative. And one thing I had to understand as a brother, you don't got to conform to the culture. I used to have people telling me, brother, you got to conform to the culture. You got to dress a certain way. No, I dress how I want to dress. I stay in my own lane and I play it to the best of my ability. And that's what I encourage anybody to do. Do your thing. Do it to the best of your ability. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to assimilate to nothing. See, a lot of people think, as a brother, you got to assimilate to the culture. You got to have swag, whatever that crap is, swag, foolishness. A lot of people think that you got to conform. You don't got to conform to nothing. And I wish I would have had this mindset back when I was a teenager. You can stay in your own lane and do your own thing. I used to have people telling me you got to change the way you dress. No, you dress how you want to dress. If you want to wear a shirt and tie every day, that's your business. See, a lot of people think that as a brother, you got to have a swag and you got to dress a certain way and you got to be a certain way. No, you be how you want to be. And I know a lot of sisters, they don't want a Barack Obama. An educated Barack Obama, that ain't cool. That's not enough swag. I know sisters, they want a brother that drank promethazine. He drinking activist, got tats all over his face, dreadlocks, smoking big blunts of Bubba Cushy. I know that's what a lot of sisters want. They don't want a brother like Barack Obama. That's not considered cool. But what I had to understand is that stay in your own lane. That's what I had to understand. Like, if you didn't grow up in the hood, you don't have to conform to that. If you grew up in the suburbs like I did, you play your lane the way you were raised. You play your lane the way you was raised. You don't have to conform to nothing. And I used to have people telling me, oh, bro, you got to switch up the way you dress. I ain't got to switch up nothing. If I'm a sellout or a lame because I choose to conform, then I'll just be a sellout in a lane. And that's the mindset that I encourage all of you to have. Don't conform to degeneracy. This rap stuff, this hip hop stuff, it's got brothers messed up anyway. So you don't gotta conform to nothing. And if I could tell my younger self any advice, I would tell myself, you don't have to adapt to nothing. You don't gotta conform to nothing. You don't gotta assimilate to your generation. Play your position. One of the main reasons to why I admire Usher Raymond so much is because he may do songs with all these hood ninjas, but Usher's a conservative dude. Usher not no hood dude at all. And that's one of the reasons to why I admire Usher. Always had a clean image. Never hear about him caught up in no nonsense. Unlike Chris Brown, he got that gangster image. He got that Bobby Brown thing going on. But that's one of the main reasons to why I've always admired Usher Raymond. Because Usher got a real clean image. A real clean image. And I always held the clean image. And I feel that should be the standard for a brother. All of this hood stuff, having dreadlocks in your head, smoking pounds of kush, riding around with that stick on you. That shit gotta stop. And I hate to curse, but that's gotta stop. Because that is a culture that is perpetuating nothing but negativity. And that's why I don't listen to as much rap no more. Because the culture, it just perpetuates negativity. It doesn't glorify or highlight anything that's positive. And a culture that glorifies degeneracy, negativity, that's not nothing you want to assimilate to anyway. I'm starting to listen to Kenny Chesney. He's a country singer. My dad put me on Kenny Chesney. I'm starting to listen to Tim McGraw. I'm starting to listen to what white people listen to. I'm not listening to this head busser, you know, riding up on the ops. I'm not listening to that BS no more, because that type of music, that type of stuff, it glorifies negativity. It doesn't glorify anything that's good or positive. It doesn't glorify anything that's uplifting. One thing I had to understand about country music, and I've started to listen to country. Country tells a story. You know, it's talking about things that are positive. All of this negative shoot 'em up and bang bang stuff, that's why the culture is the way it is now. And if I had any word of advice to give to any brother, if you seen as a sellout or a square because you don't assimilate to the culture, just be a sellout in a square. You don't gotta assimilate to this culture. This hip hop stuff, this hood gangster stuff, this is the reason why the community is the way it is now. That's why the community is in the position that it is in now, because of this mentality and this attitude. That's why I say, if you seen as a square or a lane because you don't adapt to this ignorance, then just be that square in that lane. You don't gotta assimilate to this foolishness, And that's my advice to any of you, And that's why I'm not assimilating to nothing. I had people trying to clown me. Oh, bro, you gotta change the way you dress and all of this old foolishness. Nah, you don't gotta change the way you dress. If I gotta dress like a savage, then I just dress like a square then. Or, that's what they think is being a square. Dressing conservative is not really being square, but that's what they think. If you're not dressing hood, if you're not portraying yourself as no gangster, then you square. But the culture is just negative. And that's what I had to realize. Why would you want to adapt to something that's negative? Why would you want to assimilate to something that's not positive? Something that's not edifying? Because what I had to understand as a brother, adapting to this culture, this hip hop culture, is going to land you dead or in prison. That's what's going to happen, adapting to that culture, assimilating to that crap. You got sisters, they think you're soft and they think you're less of a man if you ain't gangster, no head buster. Who cares? That's why I say the culture is just negative. And any culture that glorifies degeneracy, why would you want to be in line with that? When you got women who like that thug stuff, they don't want nobody like a Barack Obama. They don't want nobody like a Kevin Samuels. When you got women who want a brother that's thugged out, they want a brother that's from the hood. But the thing that trips me out, it's funny how sisters say they want these type of brothers, but then they say they're no good black men. That's what trips me out. You want head busters. You don't want your so-called Uncle Tom type of black men. You feel those brothers don't have enough swag. You feel they not gangster enough. They not real enough. That's what I never understood. You got a lot of sisters, they say that, ninjas ain't nothing. Ninjas ain't SHIT and all of that. But you like that thug stuff. You don't want brothers who are straight-laced. Brothers who are suburban. Brothers who are quote-unquote whitewashed. It's sad when you got a culture that just glorifies this stuff. And that's why I say, stay in your own lane, play your own position, and do what make you happy. Don't let nobody tell you as a brother you got to conform to the culture, or that you got to dress a certain way, or that you got to be a certain way. You be however you want to be. And if people choose not to deal with you because of the way you are, then that's just too bad. But that's pretty much been my presentation for this beautiful Friday evening. Yeah. That hip-hop stuff, man, it ain't where it's at, that hip-hop stuff. That hip hop stuff don't glorify nothing good. It really don't. And that's why the culture is the way it is. And that's why I would tell any young dude, you know, don't feel pressured to adapting to that negativity. Don't feel pressured to adapt into that. Don't feel that you got to assimilate to that hood crap, in order to be seen as a real brother, because that's the reason why the culture is in the shape that it's in now. But that's been my presentation for this Friday evening. You guys have a good evening. Peace out. Peace.